MrBeast not only monetized his video on YouTube with advertisements, but also promoted his personal brands within the video. So while right now it seems like this lawsuit is only directed at this media company, I'm sure that MrBeast...
So basically, like, what I'm understanding is that, like, the clearance that the Mexican government gave him basically was to make, like, a documentary type of job, like, not like a for-profit type of video, but, like, you know, basically like a research type of job. We're going around exploring, you know what I'm saying, the Mayan pyramids. And it's like, oh, cool, we're going to drop this job and it shows the culture, you know, the history, and it's very great. But obviously... they did not want the profit, so ooh, MrBeast. This one no bueno. For the bros and the babes. What's shaking? What's cracking? Yeah, I'm sure y'all saw the title and thumbnail. We're talking about MrBeast, Mr. Jim Bob Beasticle. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not giving all the backstory on MrBeast. Everybody knows MrBeast, yeah, and you probably seen the whole drama or whatever. And if you want lore on that, because I'm not about to TLDR yap such that boy up, they already be on my ass. I know y'all already saying. I'm telling you, every bit, yo, Trilly yap too much. Trilly yaps everything. We don't get into it. I already know. But if you want to check out that whole lore or whatever, yo, check out me in the boss page. We done covered that whole John down description. Mom and Trill. Check us out. Hang on. Anyway, pushing to this John. The last Johns I had seen from MrBeast was, one, the situation where apparently the Feastables bars in different like supermarkets like Walmart, Kroger, and shit like that. Apparently Jim Bob Beast was trying to put hidden cameras in the Lay's potato chip bags. Yeah, definitely shouldn't be doing that shit. Cause yeah, he was trying to make sure the Feastables bars weren't shattering and all that type of shit. So yeah, definitely shouldn't be doing that, and probably illegal. And then second to that, I saw the video he made when he went to the pyramids and all that shit. I'm not gonna lie. It was fire vid. Cool. Trilly does enjoy me some history, baby. History buff. Y'all know we get down. I always say, yo, if Trilly wasn't gonna be unemployed sitting in his mother's basement, slippy. You know what I'm saying? Or wasn't into like business, all that type of John, definitely would have been an archaeologist. They would have caught me on my Indiana Jones timing. I ain't gonna cap, bro. They would have saw me exploring the pyramids and shit. But like, yeah, apparently coming off of all that jazz within now the John we're here for. Apparently MrBeast is being sued by the Mexican government. Well, damn. That's not looking too good. And yeah, I don't know why that's happening. So we're gonna see here, because you already know. Like I said earlier, Trilly talks everything, Trilly yaps everything. So let's get right into it and see what the hell happened. Yo, is that August the Duck? We must, every time, share the love, baby. We got MrBeast, like I said, is being sued by the Mexican government. Of course, you want to watch OG vid, down in the description. First link. Go share the love with August the Duck. Been watching August the Duck. Been watching the vids for a minute now. You already know what it is. Let's get right into this boy. No cap. Let's do it. Yeah, my hair look crazy every time I put on the headphones, bro. I know y'all gonna be roasting me. Julie shopped.
Well, guys, it's a tale as old as time. If I were to ask you, what is the name of an online figure that has basically become synonymous with internet drama over the last, like, year and a half? I feel like most people are gonna have one particular name pop into that old thinker. And for a while, it started to seem like maybe that was gonna go away, but today we are reminded that some things never change. Now, MrBeast is not a person who is unfamiliar with controversy. Throughout the entirety of last year, I feel like the whole MrBeast drama saga was the biggest piece of recurring internet drama we had, and at a point it felt like it was
Pegasus was making thousands of dollars off of this nigga's name, I swear to God.
Was never going to end. And for the last 4 or 5 months or so, it seems like for the most part, MrBeast has been able to keep himself out of drama. That was until this lawsuit. Basically, if you haven't heard, MrBeast is being sued by the Mexican government because of a video that he uploaded about a week ago titled "I Explored 2,000-Year-Old Ancient Temples," in which MrBeast and friends go around exploring various Mayan temples. So, yeah, it seems like MrBeast might have found himself in a new shitstorm already.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. I mean, clear, we were a minute in. I'm just trying to see, like, yo, what are they suing him for? Did he not, like, have clearance to go here or some shit? I mean, they could, if he didn't, I mean, then they could potentially sue him for that.
At least
then you're, like, trespassing and shit.
It's a fresh one, I guess, and that's what we're going to be looking into today. But real quick, before we do that, there's something that I need to show you guys. Now, over the last couple of months, me and a company called Epic Desk have been working together to make what scientists are calling the greatest desk mat to ever be made. Okay, we didn't make sure that they were actual scientists, but I'm pretty sure that's what they'd say because this thing is magnificent. with the help of some amazing artists over at Epic Desk, and I really do mean amazing because this is what I provided them with. We were able to come up with this beautiful desk mat.
A little rough sketch. I'm sure I could fix up the edges.
That I'm hoping you guys will want to enjoy with me. I've been living with this desk mat for the last couple of weeks.
Nah, they cooked on. I ain't gonna lie. This is a nice design.
Single day, and seriously, the quality has blown me away. It doesn't slip, it doesn't slide, it feels good, the print is great, the colors are vibrant. It's perfect for a gaming setup, it's perfect for an office setup. I mean, it's honestly just kind of perfect overall. For the design, obviously, I had to stick to the duck roots, and we were able to come up with something that is not only unbelievably fucking adorable, but is also just pretty to look at. And no, I'm not just saying that because there's a little version of me in that little
Hey, I know that guy.
cabin right there. These mats are going to be available for a limited time only, a little bit over a month. Come June 20th, these will be gone for good. So if you're interested in purchasing one, don't wait too long. There'll be a link in the description to take you guys over to Epic Desk's website, and I hope to see a lot of you guys rocking this in your setup. To anybody who feels so inclined to purchase one, it really does help me out a lot, so I appreciate that greatly. Don't want to spend too much time fawning over the mat. I could do it all day. Let's get back to it. Now, according to the articles I've read, this was all made possible by a firm called Full Circle Media, which I assume worked with Mexico's National Institute of Anthropology and History, which is the firm that's filing the suit against this media company. And according to this institute, this media company violated the terms of what the government granted them permission for. Now, as of
so yeah, they did violate some shit or violated clearance. All right.
Right now, it's not fully
supposedly so
clear whether or not MrBeast is involved in this lawsuit or not. I'm going to assume that if he's not right now, then he will be eventually, because it seems like the reason this lawsuit was filed, because the footage that was captured of and the videos that were made with these temples were not supposed to be monetized in any shape or form. And it seems like
I see. And of course, obviously, like, yo, Jimmy, he says all the time, he taking the money from the vids and reinvesting it back into Jones. So you already know this video, especially a main channel one, is 100% monetized.
MrBeast not only monetized his video on YouTube with advertisements, but also promoted his personal brands within the video. So while right now it seems like this lawsuit is only directed at this media company, I'm sure that MrBeast...
So basically, like, what I'm understanding is that, like, the clearance that the Mexican government gave him basically was to make, like, a documentary type of job, like, not like a for-profit type of video, but, like, you know, basically like a research type of job. We're going around exploring, you know what I'm saying, the Mayan pyramids. And it's like, oh, cool, we're going to drop this job and it shows the culture, you know, the history, and it's very great. But obviously, they did not want the profit, so, ooh, Jimmy Beast. This one, no bueno.
Beast or his team had to sign something saying that they were going to follow and respect these conditions, and, well, they didn't. So I'd be pretty surprised if MrBeast and his team do not get involved somehow. And the main reason that I say that is because it seems like all of the gripes that this institute has are pretty much directly with MrBeast. They seem like things that are kind of out of the control of the media company that he would have been working with, and I'm sure that is the stance.
Because I mean, that would make sense at least if you're going to do like a lawsuit and Jones like that, you would go after the main entity, obviously, the guy with the money. I don't really think, like, obviously you would think you would go through, like, obviously MrBeast Incorporated, but I would assume that's what they are going through instead of, like, obviously through this media team, which would then go through MrBeast.
They will try to maintain as well. Now, I've got a news article and a social media post from the Mexican government that we're going to look at. We're also going to look at part of MrBeast's video, but just as sort of a baseline, it seems like the two main complaints that the Mexican government has here is one, obviously, the monetization of the video. He plugs his chocolate. I think he says something like it's the only Mayan approved chocolate there is.
Oh my god. Shilling. Sure, they're done. But yeah, Conjecture, why would he say it's the only Mayan approved chocolate, bro? That's so fucking stupid, bro. Like, obviously, like, yo, I would go as far as to say, at least if we're giving fucking Jimmy the benefit of the doubt in the case, which, seeming like, we might not be able to do that. But if we are, like, obviously he misspoke and he didn't mean like, oh yeah, this is the only chocolate for the Mayans, bro. This is the only ones heads allowed to eat, or this is the only one they said, like, heads should eat. Like, nah, bro. No, he's going to try to say, like, yo, they rock with our chocolate, so eat this junk. Or at least I would interpret him saying that, but... truthfully, so at this point, with how many shits MrBeast, Jimmy Beast done been through, bro, I was telling you about the hidden camera shit. If that shit was real, when he said on the pod, I just kind of wouldn't be surprised, to be real. It's just like, damn, and that's no slight. It's not like Jimmy's the ultimate evil or whatever. He had his controversies and shit. You know, obviously, I was talking about an intro too. And again, I'm not gonna TLDR yap that boy. You know what I'm saying? Or too long didn't watch that boy. But even within that, like, yeah, most of the Johns got debunked or all that. Like, there were still obviously criticisms and fair criticisms, heads like Delaware and all that type of John with Jimmy. But, like, he's no overall evil. But it's just like, as it just gets further and further along, you know, more and more into the content, John, it's like Jimmy slowly are just, he's just not looking human no more, man. He's just slowly just becoming a corporate entity. I mean, he's already been that for like years now, but like, it's just, some of this stuff, man, it's just, yeah, I feel like it would be easy to avoid. We got to come up with better scripts or some shit.
So, you know, maybe not the best choice of words there. And also, there's a lot of CGI used in this video, and it seems to be the stance of this institute that sort of devalues the archaeological history, and they're also looking at that as him spreading false information about these sites. So that sort of seems to be the two main issues, which
I guess I'm kind of confused on the CGI thing. Like, they're saying that he's like faking some of the aspects here, so it's like obviously making it look not real, spreading misinformation. But then I could also argue like that's just part of his vids. Because let's just say Jimmy dropped his jaw not monetized, would they still sue? Because then it's like the edits and stuff would still be in the video, and he would have showed everything else still. So, I don't know. Again, yeah, I'm not finna sit here and act like I'm the fucking lawyer. I know everything about fucking law. Like, we cover different cases and shit. Like, have you seen, covered the whole Denham's fucking false retraction of a statement, that lawsuit against Ethan Klein, and then the whole shit going on with Noah Sampson and Ethan Klein. Like, but again, even within those shits, no fucking lawyer. But I'm kind of confused on that aspect because, like, if they're saying he's spreading false Jones, but if he didn't monetize it and they would have been cool with the video, still kind of don't make sense.
Like I said, I don't know what a media company who was kind of facilitating all this stuff being filmed really could have done to prevent that. Anyways, with that being said, we're gonna go through some of this news article. What I'm saying,
like, the edits and all these different shits are like part of the MrBeast Johns. Like, if you gave him clearance, again, barring it obviously not being monetized, which if that's what Jimmy and all of them agree with the government to do so, then he lied. Like, obviously he's wrong on that. But still, like I just came off of saying, that the editing junk kind of makes no sense because y'all would have been fine.
It gives us
presumably so.
More information about this lawsuit, including that apparently on Wednesday, the president of Mexico requested clarification on the conditions under which the YouTuber was granted access. Now, I don't know if this is what prompted the lawsuit, but everything about the lawsuit seemed to have been made public on Wednesday, so maybe. But as we've discussed, the permit issued to this production company did not authorize the use of the image of the archaeological sites for the advertising of commercial brands for private profit. Now,
okay, but I can understand. It's like, yeah, that's the whole thing with him, like, promoting Feastables and shit like that. You know, the whole Mayan approved chocolates. That's dumb. I still really don't understand why you said that shit. Should have just came up with another line or another bar. Again, better scripts. But, like, yeah, that's understandable because, like, yeah, they obviously did not give him clearance to do that. Like, yo, bro, if you're doing ads, bro, you can't be selling these goddamn fucking Feastables and shit. I'm sorry, bro. Feastables V2. Feastables V2 is really ass, bro. I'm telling you, bro. V1, these nuts Feastables was actually goated. I can't even lie. And what was the other one? I think it was the sea salt crunch and all that shit. Like, yo, them Jones was good, but the V2s.
MrBeast was not inside of a temple when he plugged his chocolate, but obviously it was still in the same video. Yeah, like, plus he said it's Mayan approved, so, you know, really no way around that. And just so you can see it with your own eyeballs, here is that right now.
And to wrap up the night, we have a special Mayan dessert, the brand new Feastables peanut butter cups. Wait, brand new, but it's a Mayan dessert? Don't ask questions, it's dessert. Here you go. The king of marketing over here. Bro, look at how much peanut butter.
I don't know if he's the king of that shit right now, considering his marketing tactic here kind of looked like it flopped.
Butter's in there. Isn't it sad?
Shout out Tariq, though.
That there are humans on this earth whose taste buds have not been blessed with the brand new Feastables peanut butter cups. So if you want an ethically sourced, amazing tasting snack, make sure you reach for Feastables. It's good. The only Mayan approved snack on the planet.
So there's that. And unless there was just like some insane miscommunication where somehow absolutely nothing that this institute told this media company was relayed to the MrBeast team.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what did they just not tell them anything? Like, this was a pure lack of communication, miscommunication. I don't know what the hell's going on, but clearly the messages weren't being sent through.
Seems like a pretty blatant violation of the terms that everyone should have known about. Now, the big thing...
They fucking around with spiders and shit, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all gonna be like, bro, Trill, you a bitch. I don't care. Like, at the end of the day, for real, I'll kill a bug, bro. I'll kill an insect or whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it really come down to it, but like, Yo, stop playing me because I be scared, bro. Yo, stop playing me. Yo, I do not like how spiders look and shit. Yo, I'ma freak the fuck out. Alright? Yo, I'm not bitching. Yo, y'all laughing at me. Yo, stop playing.
I think that leads me to believe that it's not just going to be the media company involved in this. What makes me think MrBeast is definitely going to be a part of this at some point is that the Institute is demanding compensation for damages and a public retraction for non-compliance with the terms of the permit. And I can't imagine...
Public retraction. Again, like I was saying earlier. Been dealing with those lately.
The public retraction that they're looking for is from a media company nobody's ever heard of. You know, they're probably going to want that...
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense either. The full media shit? Nah, wouldn't the retraction go to like directly the MrBeast like YouTube shit? Because at least with the shit that Denims was trying to fucking the shit that Denims was trying to do to Ethan Klein, and then the shit that Ethan Klein was trying to hit with fucking Noah with, it was like where they have to take that shit down like on their main platforms or like the videos they dropped, or where obviously the statements shit would have been had. So yeah, why would they go after the media company? You would have to go after MrBeast because that's where the video was dropped.
From the face of the person who, you know, said and spread everything that...
Yeah, that's really confusing. I don't know why the fuck they're doing that. Yeah, this shit is all cattywampus. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
They're wanting retracted. We can go through the full statement that the Institute released because it's really not that long. And again, I'm not trying to repeat myself, but I feel like their gripe is really with MrBeast here, not so much this media company.
That's what
but
I'm
not
saying.
100%.
So why are they going through the media company? I mean, well, the media company is the one I'm assuming that got the MrBeast team and ran through. So, like, that makes sense. But the entities that made that, I guess, went against what the Mexican government was allowing them to do with their clearances was MrBeast. Fuck this media company.
Sure of the legality of everything involving that. Maybe there's really nothing they can do against MrBeast, and it will be all against this media company. But the statement reads, in relation to the videos spread by YouTuber MrBeast, the INAH reports that it will always be open to audio-visual proposals that contribute to the knowledge and dissemination of the archaeological and cultural heritage of Mexico. We are pleased that YouTubers and all the young people of the world appreciate the value of our original civilization.
I ain't gonna lie, hot take, this is really what it's just gonna go to. I feel like eventually it's just gonna be like, yeah, whenever you go tour some shit or some junk like that, nigga, you just can't pull out a phone. I think that's what it's just gonna eventually get to, because like it's just this thing with content and the barrier of entry to content being so easier now. Again, you could just pull out your phone and start posting shit on TikTok. This is how motherfuckers get addicted to cloud money. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's where it's just gonna get. Like, they just gonna not be able to pull a phone out in some of these areas, bro. Or like a camera or some shit. Tough.
What the INAH strongly condemns is that there are those who take advantage of the good disposition of the institutions to violate the terms of the authorizations granted. Moreover, the INAH condemns those with commercial interest and private profit purposes who dare to deviate the value of archaeological sites, which are the legacy of our origin cultures and pride of our nation. Permission issued to Full Circle Media, representative of MrBeast, did not authorize the publication of false information or the use of the image of archaeological sites for private profit commercials. We'll circle back to that in a second. The heritage of the nation, which is public by its nature, cannot be exploited by commercial enterprises. The separation between political power and economic power is an indescribable principle of the fourth transformation. It is for this reason that the INAH has filed an administrative lawsuit against such producing company, demanding compensation for damages and public retraction for non-compliance with the terms of the permits of good faith issued by the institution and for making illegal use for profit purposes private of the archaeological heritage that belongs to all Mexicans.
See, this is what I'm saying. But if they're filing the suit against Full Circle Media, right, what we were saying earlier, and they want them to do a public attraction, well, Full Circle Media is just like obviously the production company or whatever. The actual piece of media that would need to be retracted is on the MrBeast page. So again, going after these niggas, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not demanding compensation for damages. Yeah, that's interesting. Did they damage some shit? See, like, this is the type of genre where it's like, yeah, and I'm kind of curious. Like, I'm definitely hoping more stuff comes out about this.
So, circling back to that one line, I believe when they're talking about the publication of false information, I've got to imagine that refers to all the CGI used in the video.
But then, like, is that false, or that's just, like, part of it? That's what I'm saying. Like, is the question here is like, was MrBeast using like these edited clips maliciously to like defame, you know what I'm saying, obviously the whole Mexican Mayan culture or whatever by going through this site? And I don't think so. It's just like his vids are obviously for like jits for the most part. So they see, oh my god, crazy edit, yay, we gotta keep watching. Like I don't know if he's trying to do this shit maliciously to misinform. That's the thing.
Which there is some like questionable stuff. Lots of underground x-rays or like x-rays of the temples showing things underground or inside of these buildings that are clearly not actually there. Also stuff like making artifacts look like they're glowing or they're smoking. There might be something that I'm missing that could be more directly.
I mean, true to, yeah, I guess, like, yeah, that would be spreading if you're saying like these like temples have like hidden chambers, or like the pyramids have like hidden chambers that don't actually exist. Like that would be spreading misinformation. Yeah, but it depends. Are you really? See, this is where like that separation comes in. Are you really watching MrBeast though? Because then that's my question. Like, obviously you shouldn't spread misinformation, but are you really watching MrBeast go explore the Mayan like pyramids on an educational tip to really learn about the culture heftily? And then and again, like, this is going to seem kind of hypocritical. Reading to John, this is technically what they're getting sued for, because they weren't like sticking to showing all the archaeological standards and all that type of jazz or whatever, which in that case is true in some degree on MrBeast's case. But on the other factor, coming back off of that, it's like I just don't know. Like, I mean, maybe
Considered false information, but that's really all that I could gather.
Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm really just sitting here thinking, like, I don't know, though. My main point coming off of that was, like, are you watching MrBeast superficially to, like, really be on some education beat, or, like, educational, like, documentary type tip where we're really going to go through, learn all the different information, all the history, dates, like, really, like, in-depth going through this, John? Or are you watching MrBeast because it's like, yo, he's about to go explore the pyramids? Yo, this shit probably going to be cool as fuck. That's where it's like, that's where I'm at. But obviously, this is on a major scale, and he's being sued by the government, so they're going to take that John serious, regardless of however I'm looking at this shit, so.
That might be what they're talking about. Doesn't really seem like any of the articles out there know either. Maybe they're referring to the fact that he said the chocolate is Mayan approved. I don't know. Whatever it might be, this all seems like it could have really easily been avoided. I mean, you'd think with something like this, where you have to have permits.
It seems like a good amount of these things, happening these days, especially within the dramas and shit, could be easily avoidable. Huh. Makes you wonder why they're not.
To film, and there's strict guidelines that there would have been some sort of approval process before the video went out, a viewing, a look at the script, something that would have gave this institute sort of an idea of what's actually going to be put out there. Feel like something as simple as,
yeah, I could agree, but then the also question is like, well, did they show them the vid before they posted it, or did they just record and then posted this shit, and then when it was posted, that was their first time seeing it as well?
That would have prevented all of this. Again, maybe there was some crazy miscommunication between the media company and the MrBeast team, but I don't know, that's hard for me to believe.
Well, that's just blatantly obvious, because like, clearly, if there was communication, or good communication at the very least, this wouldn't have happened.
Because people don't get to film this shit. Like, nobody really gets to go into these places, so I feel like for them to allow such a big production, things would have been laid out pretty clearly, However, that's really all the information.
And like, to double that, this is fucking MrBeast. Like, if you're doing this high-scale production, John, the whole time, you would think, and especially, again, coming off of the whole fucking drama, he would really be having things handled in every single video situation, whatever's going on, whether on the back end or on the vids. You make sure everything is good, especially after all that shit again. But, I guess not.
We have right now. This is all pretty new. This stuff has basically just...
That's what I'm saying. More John come out about this, y'all know where we'll be at. Sloppy! Lovely. But yeah, and obviously the situation isn't lovely. It's a bad situation. But like, yeah, I want to see more info on this, because like, yeah, some things are just like, some things are looking a bit wishy-washy, shaky. We need to see more clips. I'm definitely gonna go back and watch this entire vid to go see like the entire MrBeast vid. Obviously, we watching August Duck here. Shout out August Duck. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely go back and go watch this vid to really go see for sure for myself, like what type of Johns, like especially with the edits and CGIs, like with the hidden chambers and shit like that. I'm gonna go see through like it, because that my main thing is like, they're saying he's spreading false misinformation, and to a degree, if he is lying about the chambers and shit like that, like I just came off saying, I know, yeah, like then that would be true. But then it goes back to my argument of like, well, how much were y'all trusting MrBeast to do like a fully in detailed educational John? So it's still bad on Jimmy part. He shouldn't have did this shit. Definitely had like Trilly King Grammar's pissed me off. Should have went through the right clearances, and clearly he went over that boy. But at the same time, I feel like this might be a fault on the government too, because at the same time, it's like, what did you really expect from MrBeast? Like, he's the biggest YouTuber ever, but I don't expect him to drop like National Geographic docs.
The internet, so curious to see where this goes and if MrBeast ends up tied up in this a little bit more than he seems to be right now. Well, guys, what do you think? What do you think not only about what's going to happen here, what do you think about this lawsuit?
I think it's shaky on both sides. Like, Jimmy obviously broke their clearances, like I came off saying, but then again, it's wishy on the Mexican government side, only on the tip of like, I just got to see like more on what they're saying he was falsely like misinforming heads on, and then about the public retraction too, because they're sending it to full media, but MrBeast is the entity.
Do you think this is on MrBeast? I don't really know who's to blame here. I feel like with
I'm saying it's both. Like, yeah.
Beast being as big of a name as he is, with as many people on his team as there are, if guidelines like this were just laid out in front of him, guidelines made by...
That's also another scenario too. Like, if it, okay, let's say in my scenario, the one I just came up with, it would be 50-50. It's probably on both because it was just bad miscommunication. If it was on the tip that August is saying right now, where they showed Jimmy the Johnny, he basically said TLDR, I ain't reading that shit, then that's completely his fault. You know what I'm saying? If the government just did not tell him the exact clearances on specifically what they were trying to do, then it's their fault. So yeah, I would pretty much say those are the three scenarios.
Government entity, I feel like he probably would have followed them. You know what I mean? Like,
that's what I'm saying though, because again, like, coming off his controversies, he doesn't have time to get in more of these shits.
Not even
like,
for moral reasons, just as like a business decision. This would be a real...
Thank you.
really stupid thing to like
optically this would be fucking dumb to get into, like,
go against. So I don't know, I'm kind of curious to get more information about all this and see exactly what happened, what caused...
Same, I'll be back for it. They already know
all this, because it's honestly just not really making a whole lot of sense to me. What does make a lot of sense to me though is you buying a desk mat, so don't forget, if you want one of those, they won't be around forever. Link in the description. Hopefully this doesn't start a whole new era of MrBeast slop content. We'll see. See ya.
I doubt it. I think, I don't want to say this drama is like a nothing burger, but this is like he's getting sued for like defamation basically, versus like with the whole other shit, they were claiming he's faking all his fucking vids, he was scamming in giveaways, he's hiring PDFs, like, I'm sorry, but I think we gotta take that type of shit a little bit more serious, at least on the factor just within MrBeast himself being involved. Like, yeah, but this is obviously still a serious situation because he's being sued by the entire Mexican government, so that's not good. But yeah, to give final opinions and conjecture real quick before it skips my mind, but the three scenarios I think that has a possibility of being is 50-50 miscommunication on both sides, both fucking around, being the Mexican government and MrBeast and the production team. So miscommunication there, they both fucked up, and that's what caused this. The second scenario is they slipped the paper, all the clearances guidelines in front of Jimmy's face. He TLDR, said fuck it, and he fucked up. Third is they didn't show him specifically, like being the Mexican government, specifically the clearances again. Like they should have printed them out. I don't know, faxed them like a whole packet or some shit on exactly what he can and cannot do. And if they didn't do that, then I would probably say it's their fault. But like August the Suck said, we are going to be seeing if more information will be coming out about this situation. I doubt it'll be like a whole nother slop-ageddon though. Like, yeah, no, I don't think it'll be that. Not even close. Again, if this was gonna be a slop-ageddon, then the whole shit where he was again saying on that pod that he was putting fucking hidden cameras in the Lay's bags, that should have been a slop-ageddon. Because what the fuck? Like, oh. But other than that, though, seriously, that was MrBeast is being sued by the Mexican government. Of course, you guys want to watch the OG vid, down in the description. First link to give your own opinions and conjecture, baby. I ain't gonna lie. Other than that, though, because, yeah, we get the final opinions and conjecture, you know what I mean? Share the love of August the Duck. You already know. I'm finna catch y'all on the flip. Peace.
Thank you.